What's up, hungry ones? Welcome to Quarter Munchers. I am Johnny.
And I am the only man.
And here we go, back in Spark Mandrill stage, and we are still overdubbing previous gameplay footage.
Yes. It is Weird Lightning Mid-Boss Puss. Octo. You think that thing fucked Launch Octopus? Some point, maybe?
I wonder if it's what gave birth to Launch Octopus.
Oh, that could be it. Oh god, it's Launch Octopus's mommy. Oh, and she mad.
Amoeba. That song from fucking like Tony Hawk 2 or some shit. No, oh, it was Tony Hawk 3. That's what it was. I forget.
Yeah.
I forget the name of the band, but
I think it's either I saw them actually play. I think it's Agent Orange.
Yes, you're right. Actually,
okay, yeah. It was. I remember like it was a show with fucking. I think was it DOA? Fuck, always, or was it DRI? It was a show with like Ancient Orange and a bunch of other old punk bands. I remember that song got played. I'm pretty sure this was years ago.
Oh, speaking of music, and the last episode, you were talking about something like
that's right. The way albums used to get made was basically record labels would spawn a band or an act or group or whatever, and they would produce an album by paying someone to write like 2 good songs, to be the singles to go on the radio and sell copies of the album, be like the first track and maybe like the like 3rd or 4th track on the album. And then the rest of the songs, oh, that's right, that thing falls on you.
I thought I could get away with it in that one. Not so much.
The critical mistake.
I remember
saving the state. But yeah, essentially, a songwriter would write 2 good songs for the band, and then the band would write, like 6 or 8 other songs themselves, or have a crappy songwriter write the other 6 or 8 songs, and then record all of them. And like I said, the hit single would be put first on the album, then 1 or 2 of the shitty songs, and then maybe 1 other song that was going to be like the B-side to the single, or the other single, and then the rest of the album happens. And for a long time, that's just the way albums were, at least in the pop music space. You had like prog rock bands that, in like the 60s and 70s and somewhat into the 80s that, basically would make albums entirely by themselves, but were prog rock bands. So if you're not like a prog rock fan, it's just an entire album of garbage.
Yeah.
But yeah, with the kind of rise of internet music, MP3s, fucking file sharing, and especially iTunes, suddenly you could look up an album and you could buy the 2 hit singles and just give a middle finger to the rest of the album.
Yeah,
which is the main reason why fucking record companies cried about their profits dropping in the 2000s, is because they weren't selling, $12 albums or even $20 CDs, with 2 good songs on them anymore. They were selling just the 2 good songs for $2 on iTunes. But yeah, so nowadays when bands make songs, when bands make albums, usually they're trying to actually make every song on the album good.
Yeah, and they actually, put some time and some decent production level into it.
Yeah, because, if they don't, and people figure out, oh, there's like 2 good songs on this album, they're only going to sell, $2. They're going to get $2 per album instead of 10.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah.
And recording production, like recording time and mixing time and mastering is not cheap.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how music kind of is, from a guy who, just reads a lot of articles on the internet and likes to pontificate about things.
What the fuck was I thinking?
I never realized those were fucking insects. Holy shit.
I said
I
they're
always
like
thought they were birds.
birds. Yeah.
Yeah, but like the game just like stopped for a second, or maybe it was just my video feed
Well, it's a little bit of
just
both.
got like a little, yeah. And it's like, oh my god, they've got like weird little bug bodies, and they're just dragging these big crescent moon things after them. Holy shit! I can't believe it, Metal Gear.
But yeah, that all stemmed because I was talking about the band Rad. That it was like it was another one of like the 2001 hit wonders.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Do you call my name?
I think I mentioned this on the podcast at some point, but I remember I made a Red Hot Chili Peppers station on Pandora recently because I was like, I liked that band when I was in high school. I wonder if I still like them now.
So I just got
And
yeah, you're right.
yeah,
he does have
He's
Street
totally
Fighter proportions.
Tiny waist, fucking huge upper body, huge fists. Like, he's very modern Street Fighter. He's not like Alpha Series anime Street Fighter. He's like 4 and 5. But yeah, Jesus Christ, man. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know why I liked some of those bands so much.
I can sum up every drum beat from a Red Hot Chili Peppers album.
Oh man.
Did I
Yeah,
get-
like I like John Frusciante a lot. Like he's a really good guitar
Yeah.
player, but man, just overall.
Oh, I forgot I had a fuck you
the
moment
final pip. That one last,
there. Yeah.
just the tip of that pip. You could have had him.
The pip at the tip at the
I see now why Aaron and John of Game Grumps didn't like to re-record stuff. Because it's a weird combination of like, oh, we have to think of new things to talk about 'cause we're not really as invested in the game, and not getting as hyped for moments. Because I remember oh boy, you screamed. You cried. I mean, it was embarrassing, really. You went full Valley Girl accent on that last death. Like, this is all totally true. Believe me, listeners, when I heard him, I was very shocked at how unmanly and, emotionally stunted Johnny was acting at the time. It was really embarrassing.
I have no recollection of this, but I do have the raw footage, so I'll make sure I delete it immediately. So this is just a story that it just sounds like Mitch is like a senile old grandpa rocking his hair. Like,
I remember
Johnny screamed like a bitch. Johnny screamed like a bitch.
We went to the Chipotle and they didn't have chicken ready yet, and Johnny just shit his pants and cried on the floor.
Oh god! And I remember we started up with this stage because every time I see this stage, like the music is like so
Dude,
like deeply ingrained in my mind that like I can't even cringe about it because it's not bad. Like it reminds me of happier times.
Oh no, the music in this stage is great. Yeah. I still listen to the ska cover from the Mega Man X OC remix album.
Yeah.
Just because like the riff gets so fucking tasty with the horns. Just that.
Yeah, no, this was made for like a brass section.
Yeah.
And one thing I remember I was noticing, I listened one day to all like the first 6 Mega Man X soundtracks, and they progressively get less and less good.
Yeah.
Like
there again.
Like, honestly, it was like 2 and 3 were that's right, that's instant death.
And you have to actually get out ahead of it.
Yeah. Like
as our viewers will see, I remember that part, that like you can't beat the level if you end up behind it.
Yeah. X2 and X3 like were great. Once they switched into like the PlayStation era, it was like it went from this crazy like hard rock guitar driven everything to this weird like synth acid jazz, and it's not.
Yeah,
good.
I don't know what happened with Capcom in like the late 90s and early 2000s, but the music almost like across their entire like everything changed. Like the Street Fighter music got less rocking, the fucking Mega Man X music, like everything turned into like electronic jazzy stuff.
Yeah, and I remember,
I mean, like you said, Mega Man X, you know, Street Fighter, like with Alpha, I mean, fucking Third Strike or Street Fighter 3 had like kind of hip hop music, and
yeah, that's right. I remember
like,
getting stuck here.
Jazzy stuff. Yeah. Yeah. You have to beat the loader to get across that gap.
Yeah, and there is actually something that I will probably try next go around of it. Why did that hurt me? I like touched the edge of something.
Weird. Yeah, and like it looked like the base of a spike, but there's no spike on it, so
I think there's a glitch here that you can actually use like the pink charge, that thing that goes behind you, as a wall kick.
Huh.
Because I remember if you go back and watch the when I first got it, it does that automatically to show you. I think that's something you can do.
Oh, interesting.
So
I don't remember that at all. So the tease life.
Yeah, that's super great.
Oh,
yeah,
you want me? You want to come get me? You gotta reach in here, reach into my deadly spikes.
Yeah, and I remember that's where that's where we said we'll vacate. We'll come back in a second. Actually, I think we said we'd come back in the when we open the arcade again, because I think it's time to close the arcade.
Hey.
So if you guys like what you see, leave us a comment down below. Let us know how we're doing. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. As always, we'll be back with actual gameplay video next week. Follow us on social media at Quarter Munchers and on Twitch at Quarter_Munchers. Until then, I am Johnny.
I am the only match.
And would you look at that? It's VLC again because the arcade is closed.
Hey.
This ain't live, it's Memorexed.